Okay, welcome back. What we're working on here is another chi-sau application. Again, this application is quite simple, but the reason for all of these applications is to kind of ready you to sort of get involved in gor-sau. This is when they just come, just quick fire, and you just have to decide and make up your mind, you know, like the correct thing to do. But all of these separate kind of chi-sau applications are there to kind of give your muscle memory some ideas, yeah? Eventually, you see, these things will just come out by themselves when they feel that happening in gor-sau. Again, it doesn't matter how simple they are, but from a simple one, you can move on to something quite complex, yeah? But have a look at this one we're working on. Okay. This will happen when the gor-sau is high. All right, when the gor-sau becomes high, my body will turn and I will step. And as the gor-sau drops, it will scoot this way, lan-sau will come in and the punch will come around and hit. And then of course, you do whatever you want on. Okay. Watch this again. There. And again, this is nice and tight, yeah? And again, I'm quite comfortable with this. So, that means it's fairly successful, right? Okay, let's see that again. If you want to elbow and fight and then carry on doing something else, you can. But the main thing is getting from this position, Tsun to locking and trapping the hands. So what you get, we'll do this in kind of a slow-mo type thing. All right, as this comes up, my forward energy is still here as I'm turning. As I'm turning and I'm stepping, my forward energy is making him feel off balance, but I bring him back to balance as such. As I come out and I punch and I hit. If I can elbow, I will, or factor. But the main thing is, we've got this trapping hands going on. So again, look at the timing. As I'm in Tsun here, this is when I make the decision to step and turn. Not when I go to bong. I will meet the bong. There. See it? What you get? See? And then you can pretty much do whatever you want after that. So, let's just see that once more. I can fac-sau or do whatever I want after that. All right, practice that, yeah? Do it over and over again. The success of good Wing Chun is in its repetition. So this repetition is important. Don't just practice this one and think, wow, I prefer that one, and go on to this one. And then, you know, you end up not mastering any of them. All of this stuff is just food for thought. But if you practice with this kind of nice kind of midway or center line energy or pressure, if you want to call it, yeah, you will succeed at many of these techniques. The only time you're going to fail is if your energy is not balanced. Yeah, you might be the one who's trying to hold the right energy. It might be your partner who's giving you too much. But unless it's balanced first, don't attempt the technique. Yeah, so you are allowed to speak to your partner, especially if you're practicing with the Tsun. This is why you see us, we're always going through the Tsun process first. This is the sensitizing process. You must go through that first, because again, you cannot just pick up a technique you want to practice, and this technique or these group of techniques you practice with your favorite partner. As soon as you change partners, what happens? Yeah, it doesn't feel the same again. This is why you need to go through the Tsun process first. In any case, practice, and see you on the next video.